look at the drape of this. It's so luxurious. Hey, 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 you guys. Check it out. Yarn Bee Dee-lish Boutique. Super luxurious. 90% acrylic, 10% alpaca, and very lightweight and easy to work with. Now, if you're just used to using normal craft yarns, you're going to be amazed when you switch over to this wonderful mix here. Now, if you guys don't have a Hobby Lobby in your town, that's where you get this. You can definitely order it online. This particular color is called Turn Over My Heart, and I can definitely recommend buying two because I bought only one and I really wish I would have bought two so I could make something other than just the shrug I showed you guys in the beginning. Okay, and then let's see, I also used Red Heart Fair Isle, which is completely cool. I love this. I actually put my camera in here. It's super thick and it has more like a blanket texture, while this one has more like a nice luxurious sweater texture. Alright, so if you're ready to take this project on, today's tutorial is going to call for a chain of 12. And all you need to do this is, and it is an even chain. So however long you want to make it or however wide you want to make it, just chain that amount of chains onto your Afghan hook. Now this particular size I used is a size 8 with this 3-ply yarn. It comes out less dense, but still super nice and snug. And then the 10-inch is convenient because it doesn't catch on everything. So I have the link below to where you can get a whole pack of these for I don't know, 12, maybe 13 bucks, and you get about 10 or 11 of them. Okay, so I'll meet you guys right around the corner with a chain of 12. And then in this tutorial, we're also going to learn, if you don't already know, we're going to learn the Tunisian reverse stitch and the Tunisian twisted knit stitch. All right, see you in a second. All right, so we have our chain of 12, and then we're just going to pick up a loop in each chain. So I'm going to use the back hump this time. All right, go ahead and do whatever method you're going to do, whether you're going to use the top loop or the back hump. I'll meet you right back down at the end, and then we'll do a normal closing. All right, so we're back down to the end, and then for the normal closing, we're just going to yarn over, pull up one loop, and then we're going to yarn over, whoops, and pull through 2 loops all the way down. All right, I'll meet you right over here. All right, so we got our first row done, which is actually going to be the foundation row. So we're going to do one more row of Tunisian simple stitch, and as you guys know, I like to do the modified version, which is through the vertical bar like normal, and then up through the first horizontal loop, yarn over, pull up. Okay, let's do that again. Through the first vertical bar, and then the first horizontal loop. Alright, so I will meet you guys right back down here at the end. Okay, so we're now at the end, and then you're just going to, do your end stitch there using both loops. Oops. Of course, as I say that, one loop would fall behind, of course. Yarn over, pull up. Alright, and then just go ahead and do a normal closing. This crochet recipe calls for a normal closing on every row. So yarn over, pull up 1, yarn over, pull through 2, all the way down. Alright, success! We got through the foundation row, the worst part of any crochet pattern. Okay, so now what you're going to do for the reversed stitch is you're going to, now keep in mind that when you're doing this, at the beginning of the row, it's less smooth because you're right up against the next stitch, so it takes just a little more finagling. So what you're going to do is, first, let's take a look and see. We've got the front vertical bar, and then we have the back vertical bar. Okay, so take your hook and kind of, now for this one, I don't know if you can see what I'm doing, but I'm going to really try hard so you can see. Just kind of push your hook in, okay, like that, and then slip it in between the first bar, or the front bar, sorry, and then you see how it's really like on the back? It's not on the front. Okay, yarn over, pull up. Now when we go over to the second bar, it's going to be a lot easier. You can see there's a lot more room to get your hook in. So go ahead and put your hook behind, just like that. Pop it up in between the bars. Yarn over, pull up. You've done 2 reverse stitches. Now we're going to do 2 twisted knit stitches. Now the twisted knit sounds so much more complicated than it is. All you're going to do is take your hook and move the front vertical bar over like that. Put it in between, yarn over, pull up in the same loop. Okay, let's do that again. Take your hook and pull your front vertical bar over to the right, and then you can see the back vertical bar popping out right there. Okay, push it in, yarn over, pull up. Okay, so we've got 2 reverse stitches, 2 twisted knit stitches. You're going to follow this pattern all the way down. So the next stitches we're going to do are 2 reverse stitches. Whoops. One more time. And then we're going to do 2 twisted knit stitches. So take your hook, take your front vertical bar over to the right, pop it in, yarn over, pull up. Twisted knit stitch made. Let's do it again. Take your hook, move your front vertical bar to the right, pop your hook in, yarn over, pull up. Now we're going to do 2 more reverse stitches. So take your hook to the back, pop it in between the vertical bars, let your hook catch the back one, yarn over, pull up. Let's do one more. And then we're going to finish in our edge stitches here, our end stitch, both loops, just like before. And we have finished really the first row, okay? Well, it's the second row because we did, foundation and then the basic Tunisian simple stitch row. Now, just simple normal closing. So one more time, yarn over, pull up 1, and then yarn over, pull through 2, all the way down. Okay, now for the next row, you're going to do just the opposite of what you did. So the first time we did the reverse stitches. Now we're going to do the twisted knit stitches. So this is a lot easier to do on the twisted knit stitches when it's at the beginning of the row. So go ahead and take your hook, move your vertical bar over to the right, pop it right in there in the back, yarn over, pull up. One more time. Take your hook, move your front vertical bar to the right, pop it in, yarn over, pull up. Now over here we're going to do 2 reverse stitches. Two twisted knit. And then you're going to follow through all the way down to the end. So you're going to end with 2 twisted knit stitches, 1 and 2, and then just a normal Tunisian simple stitch on the end stitches. I'll meet you right over here at the end stitch. Okay, so we're at the end stitch, and we're just going to, use our last 2 loops there as normal. Yarn over, pull up. And you can see your little dips starting to form. You got 1, 2, 3, and then you got your middle ones. So then the next row will have 3 dips, and then the next row will have just the 2, okay? So I'll lead you guys through one more row. So go ahead and do a normal closing, and I'll meet you right back over here. All right, so in order to make this pattern, you're just going to repeat rows 2 and 3. So let's go through this once again. All right, so we did Tunisian reverse stitch, Tunisian twisted knit. So now we're going to go back to Tunisian reverse. So it's just going to be the opposite every single time. So let's go ahead and make our reverse stitch. And I just want you guys to know when I say pop it, I just mean pop your hook back there, not like put the yarn in some strange obscure place or anything like that. Okay, so we've got our vertical bar in the back. All right, and then let's do that again. Twisted knit. It becomes so much easier once you get past the second and third row. Your stitches are, it's easy to see where they're going, and it's a lot easier to get your hook in. Woo, wow, I caught myself there. I almost slipped and did the same stitches. Alright, see how it's starting to form a nice little pattern? And this is so, like, depending on what yarn you use, I mean, I know I mentioned it before, but it's just like it's so much different. Each yarn is so unique in how it's going to make this pattern look. Alright, you guys, so we have reached the end of our little project here. Alright, I'll meet you in the next scene. So if you want to put a little edge on this, let's just go ahead and chain 1. And then you're going to grab each little set of horizontal loops, just like a normal, normal crochet, and then just do single crochet in each set of horizontal loops. I'll meet you right over at this end. Okay, so we're down here on this end, the tail end, so we'll do, a chain 1. And then we're going to grab our horizontal loops on this side and make single crochet. I don't know if you guys can hear that. My son has his see and say in the background, so you might hear like a pig oinking or, I don't know, something random. Alright, so I'll meet you right back here. Okay, so we're at the bottom. And then we're going to do the same thing, chain 1, grabbing all your horizontal loops. Mine got kind of squished there. I'm going to pull that out. And then follow with your single crochet all the way down. Okay, I'll meet you right back over here. Okay, so now we're over on this end, which is, if you turn it this way, we're over on the right hand bottom. So from here, you'll just do another chain 1. Just keep in mind, whatever you do to one end, you want to do to the other. And then let's follow it through with our single crochet. Sometimes the end stitches, you'll see they get a little, like one yarn will be, you know, non-cooperative, a rebel yarn. Alright. And then I'll meet you guys right back over here at where we started. Alright, so we're down to the very last stitch, so we're going to do one final chain 1, and then pull your yarn through. And now we're going to do an invisible close, so skip that stitch and come over to the very next one. And then insert your needle back through the stitch you were finishing. And there you go. Alright you guys, that concludes the tutorial for today. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, the Crochet Lady, and whatever you guys do, have fun today. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them. Otherwise, I'll see you in the very near future. Peace out.